Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, another assassination attempt by Fano fighters in North Shewa zone of the Amhara region, the most difficult zone for regional government officials, for Prosperity Party members to work in is North Shewa zone. It seems this is the third assassination attempt in the last 1 week on government officials, Prosperity Party members in the North Shewa zone. Due to this assassination attempt, the main road from Dasi to Oromia, passing through shore orbit, remained closed for several hours. Who was the target? Did he survive or has he been killed? Secondly, Russian military base, naval base on the Red Sea. Russia has been interested in establishing a naval base on the Red Sea. It has been in talks with Sudan. It reached an understanding for the establishment of a naval base in Sudan. Understanding could not turn into an agreement. Then it has been in talks with Eritrea as well. A few days ago, a senior Russian naval officer visited Eritrea. And then last week, a senior Russian delegation visited Sudan. Russian deputy foreign minister held some meetings with Al Burhan and other senior military leaders. And again, the uh, topic of the establishment of Russian naval base came under discussions. Is Russia considering two sites, Sudan and Eritrea, for the establishment of naval base, or Russia Eritrea talks could not succeed, and now Russia is turning towards Sudan? Firstly, viewers, assassinations. The intensity of fighting in the Amhara region between Fano and military has definitely decreased. Though we cannot say that there is complete calm in the region, still we are receiving the reports of fighting from different parts of the Amhara region about between Fano and military. Fano has definitely changed its tactic. It is focusing more on assassinations now, though assassination from day one has been one of the tactics employed by Fano fighters against Ethiopian Prosperity Party members and government officials. Scores of assassinations in the Amhara region so far. And most of the assassinated people were from the Amhara ethnic group, members of the Prosperity Party, leaders of Prosperity Party, leaders of the administration, government officials, police officials that were assassinated. It seems that North Shore zone is turning into a very difficult area, difficult zone for Amhara regional government officials, where they are being killed in target killing by Fano fighters. Three assassinations in the last 1 week or so. One assassination happened in North Wollo, where Lasta, a warrior administrator, was killed by Fano fighters in an ambush attack. And the warrior health chief was killed too. Lalibela Mayor was injured. He survived. And after that, three assassinations in the North Showa zone of the Amhara region. Firstly, we saw that Showa Robit revenue head was assassinated 4 to 5 days ago in shore orbit. After that, a Rarti district, an official, Vanvosan Tillahun, was assassinated as well. He was the head of a department in Rarti. Rarti is also in North Shore. Another assassination again in North Shore zone. This time the victim survived. It happened near Shoarobit and Debrecen, where this official was attacked. He came under attack. His name is Tishela Wundemagan. Tishela Wundamagan was working as Kyoth district land in charge. Kyoth is a district in the North Shewa zone of the Amhara region. You see, third assassination in the same zone, North Shewa. Showa, Robit, and its surroundings are the strongholds of Fano fighters. They're not in Shore Orbit, but they're based outside Shore Orbit near Rasa in the outskirts. And from there, they are carrying out attacks along the main road. Whenever they receive information about the movement of some government officials along the main road from Dasi towards Oromia, they are there to target them in ambush attacks. Reportedly, Tishela Wundamagan was injured and he was taken to a hospital where he is being treated. Let's see what happens. The road remained closed for several hours after Fano fighters had this ambush attack. And I think 30 minutes ago, we got confirmation that the road is open now. So, Showa Fano has done the most assassinations so far, I think, especially in recent days. No large scale fighting between Showa Fano and military. Showa Fano has changed its tactics. Now it is focusing on assassinations, and obviously it means that the Showa Fano has better effective intelligence collection network. It knows when, where prosperity party leaders are and where they are going, and that is how they plan their assassinations. Second, Russia has long been interested in establishing a naval base on the Red Sea. And if you remember, when Umar al-Bashir was in power, Russia reached an understanding with the Sudanese government to establish a naval base in Sudan. Then Umar al-Bashir government came to an end after protests there. The military remained in power, but Russia could not make progress toward establishment of a naval base in Sudan. Americans, obviously, Europeans have been opposing the establishment of a Russian naval base in this region. So Europeans, Americans have their bases in this region, mostly in Djibouti. Russians have been in talks with Eritrea as well. They want to establish a naval base in Massawa, reportedly. Sergei Lavrov, Russian foreign minister, last year visited Massawa. Russia is building infrastructure in Massawa. It is building infrastructure for Massawa airport as well, Massawa port too. Russians have been interested in using Massawa as a naval base. Then a few weeks ago, a senior Russian Navy officer visited Eritrea. Talks were held, and that Russian Navy officer, I think, visited Assab too, Assab, Massawa. He met with the SAS, Iranian president as well. And some Russian naval warships also docked at ports in Eritrea. And when that Russian naval officer visited Eritrea, it was being said that maybe Russia was planning to finalize its agreement with Eritrea about the establishment of a naval base there in Eritrea. But the latest information for you is that a senior Russian delegation visited Sudan last week, led by Mikhail Bogdanov. Mikhail Bogdanov is deputy foreign minister of Russia. And this delegation had military officers too from Russia. Military talks were held, and Russia offered to supply weapons, especially air defense systems, to Sudan's military. It offered to help Sudan's military in developing weapons. And in return for that, it raised the point, the issue of establishment of a Russian naval base in Sudan. And reportedly, Al-Burhan government agreed to reconsider the issue of the establishment of a Russian naval base in Sudan. Americans are opposing it, we know. So we'll have to see. But Russians, if they're turning towards Sudan, if they want to activate their deal with Sudan about the military base establishment there? Does it mean that they're frustrated with Eritrea? They could not reach any agreement with Eritrea, that is why they're now turning towards Sudan. Difficult to say. Maybe they want to explore both options and then they'll decide which is better. But the Russians are playing both sidism in Sudan. They're in touch with RSF as well. Some Russian Wagner fighters were seen arriving in Chad, neighboring country of Sudan, and some say Russian Wagner fighters are supporting RSF. Wagner fighters are based in Libya too, which has border with Sudan, and some groups allegedly supplied weapons to RSF from Libya. Wagner fighters are in Central African Republic too, which is border with Sudan, and to Central African Republic through Chad. Foreign mercenaries, mostly African, they have been pouring into Sudan to support rapid support forces. Russians seem to be in touch with both the parties in Sudan, RSF and military. But what will they do? Will they support the military or RSF? Maybe if Burhan decides to allow Russians establish a naval base in Sudan, Russia will then tilt in favor of Sudanese military. But what happened between Russia and Eritrea still it remains to be seen. It's a mystery. Eritrea not known for publicly admitting that it is giving its land or it is going to host foreign forces in the form of establishment of foreign naval base or military base. But in the past, foreign countries have been using Eritrean soil. I think UAE has been using as support. Eritrea never publicly acknowledged, but evidence was there. So let's see what happens. Russians keen to have a military base, naval base in on the Red Sea in the Horn of Africa, near the Horn of Africa.